Let them see that their words can cut you, and you'll never be free of the mockery. If they give you a name, take it. Make it your own. Then they can't hurt you with it anymore. Hello there, nipple farts. How y'all doing today? We open up with a little quote from Tyrion Lannister, so I hope you like that. Hope y'all doing well. If not, it's bound to get better because you are tuned in to Big Ol' Pauly Z and the Big Ass Podcast, so strap in, folks. This is episode number 21, coming at you on June 22nd, 2016. Yes, it is finally officially summer, so let's cool things off by sacrificing an adult beverage to the podcast gods in this week's edition of the Big Ass Beer of the Week.
I can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses. I can tell you how to bottle fame, brew glory, and even put a stopper in death.
Well, I don't know if it's brewed glory or if it can stop death, but this week's Big Ass Beer of the Week is not a beer, actually, but a malt beverage. We got a hard orange soda from Henry's Hard Soda, made with real cane sugar, from the Blitz Weinhard Brewing Company. 4.2% alcohol in a 16 fluid ounce can. Looks like it's brewed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, yeah. Let's crack it open. Let's see how it tastes. Fuck it. Let's go. There we go. Can is open. Smells. You know, if I didn't know any better, it smells like a thing of Orange Crush. So let's see how it tastes. All right, not bad. Very orange pop, Orange Crush like up front. Kind of that sweet Mike's Hard Lemonade finish to it. Actually, it reminds me almost of like Smirnoff Ice or a Zima, a Sky Blue. Definitely that malt beverage finish to it, but not bad. Tasty. Not going to complain about it. I can definitely drink it. So that is Henry's Hard Orange Soda from the Blitz Weinhard Brewing Company. That is this week's Big Ass Beer of the Week. So, how is everyone doing this week? We made it through a weekend without a terrorist attack or an angry animal trying to eat a toddler, so I'd say that's good as a nation. Hope everyone had a good Father's Day weekend there, celebrated with your daddy or your kids, whatever your case may be. Me personally, I cleaned up the garage and moved the new quote-unquote garage fridge into place, which is just a regular fridge that is in a garage. Don't want to pull the curtain back too far, but that's what we got going on here. So now we got a new beer fridge, so that's pretty kick-ass. And then Saturday afternoon, I went over to my dad's with Emily, and we cooked him dinner since my mom was going to be out of the house for the night. So I had actually some ribs in the smoker all day Saturday while I was working, and then finished them off on the barbecue when we got to his house. A bag of 50 clams and some bison burgers, so I thought that was better than taking him out to a restaurant. I think we fed him pretty damn well. Came with a 12er of beer as well, so we split that. Chit-chatted on the back deck, and of course, Emily baked up some fabulous pie cookies in both blueberry and strawberry and cherry, so those are damn good. So we had a nice time, sat by a little fire at the end of the night, and then the next morning my dad went over to my brother's for breakfast, and then we all rendezvoused over at his place and went to the Father's Day traditional annual Alexander Gun Show at the Alexander Fire Hall, so we did that. No one was shot, no one was killed, none of the guns leapt off the table and committed any atrocities. There were no loopholes, there were no shenanigans at all. Just actually a lot of boring guys talking about guns. I bought some ammo so I can live the pew-pew life myself this week and do a little plinking. And, yeah, so that was my weekend. And, let's see, what else? After taking a few weeks off from the gym, I have returned, and I am sore. So that's fun, but I gotta get my fat ass into some semblance of shape. So that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, alright then. I will, oh yeah, man, you should have fucking seen me on the goddamn treadmill the last couple of days. I'm sweating worse than Robert Baratheon as he dies after being gored by that fucking warthog at the end of the first season, second season, whatever the fuck it is. Anyways, yeah, man. So hope everyone else's weekend went swimmingly. Why don't we move on to the next segment of the show, shall we? We shall.
News team, assemble!
Let's palate cleanse after last week's heavy show, shall we? And let's go with the news story. That's, well, I guess it's a little more funny. If not funny, at least it's not Islamic terrorism and the murder of 50 individuals. So, yeah, what we got here is a story about Jerry the King Lawler and his 27-year-old fiancée. They were arraigned Monday in order to stay away from each other by the courts. Apparently, after an argument over why his fiancée had come back so late, the fight got physical between the both of them. Lawler ended up scratched up. She said that she was shoved and hit. And at some point in time, a revolver was brought out and left on the counter. The gun was unloaded, apparently, but she alleges that Jerry the King Lawler ordered her to, quote, pick it up and kill herself. And then tried to leave, apparently. They were both pissed drunk. So, what I believe happened here is like this. It's a real slobber knocker, King! The King's in there! Knocking around! Look at them kitties! And puppies! Ooh, puppies! That's what King was like, and then, he grabbed the gun, and it was like Money in the Bank, but it was, Chambers of the Gun, and they were gonna do a Russian roulette match, apparently. So, there was a big old slobber knocker, and King and his whore were both escorted out in cuffs. Because of the WWE's new policy on apparently not allowing such shenanigans, he has been suspended from TV pending further litigation and investigation. So, that's what we got going on there. Not a whole lot of news stories going on. I really didn't hit on a whole lot of shit, but that was fun. So, yeah, if I did a better, good old JR, that would have been funnier. But I don't, so there you go. Jerry the King Lawler in a little bit of shit for knocking around his girlfriend and apparently persuading her to kill herself, which she politely declined.
And that's the way the news goes.
Alrighty, and let's move on to big-ass politics.
We are led by very, very stupid people. Very, very stupid people. We cannot let it continue.
No, we can't. We must make America great again, and that is why me, you, your neighbors, your brothers, your mothers, your sisters must all go out there and vote for Dandy Donald Trump.
Got 10 feet strong. Build the wall, it just got 10 feet higher.
Building, 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 build the wall.
Build, build, and build, and just build the wall. I just wanna make America great. I just wanna have a Trump steak on my plate. Making history again, 'cause my daddy keeps winning. Got the nomination, yeah, that's just the beginning. I just
Wanna make America great. I just want a big old Trump on my plate.
making history again, 'cause
My daddy keeps winning.
got the nomination, yeah, that's just
The beginning.
build the wall, it just got
10 feet higher.
build the wall, it just
Got 10 feet strong.
build the wall, it just got
10 feet higher. Building, building, building. Build the wall.
just build the wall. I just wanna
Make America great. I just wanna have a Trump steak on my plate.
making history again.
because my daddy keeps winning. Nomination is the beginning. Hillary's next. A Trump steak on my plate. My daddy keeps winning. This is the beginning.
Build the wall, it just got 10 feet
Higher.
Build the wall, it just got 10
Feet strong.
Build the wall, it just
Got 10 feet higher. Building, building, building. Build the wall.
America great again.
Yes, that is Baked Alaska with the Magma Anthem. Donnie Trump's own personal fucking rap song from a white hillbilly rapper from Alaska, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. So Trump is on the warpath, hitting Hillary hard in a speech today, calling her out for her lies about landing under sniper fire in Bosnia, where, if you recall, she claimed that she had to run with her head down to avoid the shots and barreled into a car with Secret Service. But oh no, folks, the truth is much more simple. She got off a plane and was handed flowers by a little girl. So there you go. He compared her to Brian Williams, only worse with her lies, and I agree. And also this week, apparently a book came out from a former Clinton Secret Serviceman who said that Hillary is a raging cunt and that the Clintons are just shit people. So I believe he's going to be, the author of that book is going to be on Hannity this week, his first official interview, so that should be fun. And yeah, Dandy Donnie there has started a new website called lyingcrookedhillary.com, where you can read all about her fibs, tall tales, chicanery, and downright craptacularness as a leader. So everyone go out there, check out lyingcrookedhillary.com, and check out Baked Alaska on YouTube to hear that fine tune for yourself. But yeah, man, the war is on, and the Donald is taking the gloves off. He fell behind her a bit after the Orlando shooting because people apparently thought he came out too hard against Islamic terrorism because America is a bunch of soft pussies. But he's starting to rebound again this week after a solid showing, reshuffled the leadership underneath him, brought in a new campaign manager and stuff like that. So they're going to start focusing more on, I guess, a traditional campaign now and get him ready to win this thing in November. So check it out. And apparently Hillary can't be liking this news or the news that Bernie Sanders does not plan to hang it up. If he does, Trump is now campaigning for Bernie supporters to come to his side because he will fix the broken system. He is the one who will change politics as usual in this country. Hillary will give you the same shit that we have, only worse. It is possible to get worse than Obama. I know we think that this is as crappy as it can get, but oh no, that bitch can make things even fucking worse. So make America great again, folks. Vote for Donald Trump.
Sports.
It is once again time for Big Ass Sports. So the Cavs are champs. King James delivers on his promise and brings a championship to the city of Cleveland. Its first major pro sports title since the Browns did it in 1964. And, well, that'll be the only time the Browns ever bring that city a title. Yeah. So, yeah, James is named playoff MVP, brings the title home to Cleveland, and there was plenty of rioting. But good for him. I would have bet money on Golden State there. Glad I didn't. James just took the shit on his shoulders and was Jordan-esque for the last 4 games of that series. So congrats to the Cleveland Cavaliers. But the Browns still suck, folks. The Browns really, really suck. Johnny Manziel. Yeah. All right, in NFL news that is not about the Browns sucking, Darren McFadden has broken his elbow and will be out months, according to sources, opening the door for Zeke Elliott to start week number 1 and have immediate fantasy and real-life value. So keep an eye on that one. As reported before, yes, Brashad Perriman's knee is looking good to go, so he will be ready for the Baltimore Ravens. However, their quarterback has yet to step foot on the field as Joe Flacco is still recovering from a torn Achilles, and Steve Smith may not be ready till closer to midseason. So that receiving core is hurting. So if you got if Perriman is healthy, he is one to target in the fantasy realms and one to pay attention to just in general if you're a football fan, because he's got the skill set and the size to do something great if the boy can stay healthy. So in today's Fantasy Corner, we are actually talking about some late-round wide receiver targets, some guys that probably won't be going in the first, say, 8 to 10 rounds, but are guys you definitely want to target to get on your roster who will end up probably contributing for you sometime this season. My first choice here, my first player I'm going to talk about is Marvin Jones, moving from Cincinnati to the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions had Megatron retire in the offseason, and Golden Tate can't do it all, so Marvin Jones is looking to get a lot of targets there. I see him as an easy 80-catch guy this year, so definitely a target on his back for you fantasy folks. My second player I want to highlight is Kamir Aiken of your Baltimore Ravens. If Perriman's not good to go, if Steve Smith's not good to go, then you have basically nothing on that roster. You have Mike Wallace, who has proven to be a flop wherever he goes since he left the Steelers, and that's about it. So Kamir Aiken came on nice at the end of last season. Definitely a player that I would be targeting. And like I said, rounds 8 to 10, if not after. If he's there and not on anyone else's radar, push it and try to get him late. But nice one there. Next player on my list, Chris Hogan, former Buffalo Bill, now New England Patriot. Someone's got to catch passes in that offense that is not named Julian Edelman or Rob Gronkowski. I think it's going to be Chris Hogan. He can actually stretch the field. He can work underneath like Edelman does, and I think he's going to get a good rapport going with Tommy Terrific there and be an impact player, at least in a few games. You start him on the right weeks, he can probably pull you off a victory. Next player I got here is John Brown, receiver from your Arizona Cardinals. Well, Larry Fitzgerald is not immortal, and I think this season we are going to see him hit the wall hard, much like Andre Johnson did a couple seasons ago with the Texans. And so John Brown is in line to get the bulk of the passes, and I think he will. So that's another player I would target. He's something that I personally have on a bunch of my rosters. I like the kid, and you can get in the end zone too. He's probably good for about 10 touchdowns this season, I would say. So keep an eye on John Brown from the Cardinals. And my last player on today's list is Tyler Lockett of the Seattle Seahawks. No, he is not just a special teams ace. He is a damn good wide receiver in the same body mold, same kind of game as Antonio Brown. I'm not saying he's going to be Antonio Brown-like in his career, but he's going to be damn good. And he already proved that, I think, breaking out in the second half of last season, especially when the Seahawks had to rely more on the pass after Marshawn Lynch's injury. Well, they're coming into this season, Marshawn Lynch less. And Dougie Baldwin's numbers at the end of the season were an anomaly. He is not going to rack up yards and touchdowns like he did. And Tyler Lockett is overall a better player. So Tyler Lockett is, again, one of my late-round targets that I think everybody should be targeting. I feel like depending on your confidence in him, he might be worth even an earlier swing as a wide receiver 3 for your team. So those are my guys: Marvin Jones, Kamir Aiken, Chris Hogan, John Brown, and Tyler Lockett. My late-round wide receiver targets preseason 2016. Alrighty, so what else we got going on here? Let's see. This weekend we have the Day in the Park coming up here in Western New York in Clarence. And they have the Bark in the Park coming up as well, which means you can bring your doggies to a 4th of July festival, which I will be doing with Emily. So that will be fun. Other than that, pretty mellow weekend. I think we got one birthday party on Sunday to go to, and it's going to be kind of chill. So we might go to the zoo and walk around if it's not too ungodly fucking hot out. Other than that, we started watching Orange is the New Black. That's okay. The show's still keeping my interest. It's nothing phenomenal. Speaking of phenomenal, how could I forget Game of Thrones recap? Jesus Christ, the Battle of the Bastards. Jon Snow versus Ramsay Snow. So fucking good. My only critique would be that Rick and Stark should probably learn how to run in a zigzaggy pattern. But, yeah. Other than that, I think 50, 60 seconds of the camera work on Jon Snow going through the firing of arrows, the initial charge, reminded me a lot of the Normandy scene, storming the beaches and Saving Private Ryan. The camera work was phenomenal. Kit Harington, an amazing actor. That entire scene, that half an hour, was some of the best television I have ever seen. And finally, for once, the show gave us a positive, a win to go out on, as the Knights of the Vale show up as Jon's wildling army is getting decimated, swoop in, save the day, and then Jon Snow, Tormund Giantsbane, and Wan, the last of the living giants, chase down Ramsay Bolton as he skitters back into Winterfell to try to hide. He bars the door. Well, fuck it, you got a giant. So this giant, his half-brother, cousin, whatever you want to call it, Hodor, may have held the door. This fucker busted open the door. Snow runs in, along with Tormund, and then a slew of wildlings. Everyone gets slaughtered. Jon grabs a Mortmont shield, and there the bear again protects him from a few arrows that get slung by Ramsay. He gets on Ramsay's fucking chest and starts beating the living shit out of him. Looks at Sansa and knows this is her kill. So Ramsay ends up getting fed to his own dogs that he loved so much to sick on his victims. It's a little sweet poetic justice there, but I think the big twist here is going to be that Sansa is pregnant with Ramsay Bolton's heir. And she's probably going to have to cover this up. It may be that the only way she can do this is with a marriage to Peter Baelish, making him the technical Lord of Winterfell right now. And that's going to be sucky. And I think we might find out, too, that Jon Snow... I actually have a new theory on this. Everyone thought that Jon Snow is going to be a half Targaryen. But I was thinking, he's black of hair. He's bold. Who does that sound like? It sounds like a Baratheon to me. Sounds like King Robert. Is he actually King Robert's bastard and heir to not only Winterfell? Well, he would be heir to Winterfell, but he would be heir to the Iron Throne and the Seven Kingdoms, being a son of Robert Baratheon, since we know Tommen is no actual Baratheon. He is all Lannister all the time. Other than that, in this episode, we saw that Daenerys got angry and fucking dragoned up the Slavers' fleet, which is fun. And then the misfits from the Iron Islands came to try to woo her, and I think they probably did. We're going to see Daenerys join up with them and go make their trip across the Great Salt Plains, or whatever the fuck the Dothraki call the oceans, and land on the shores of Winterfell. So we're down to, I think, one episode this season, and then 2 little short seasons before the show's a wrap, so we'll see how that works out. But it is getting good. We'll see what they tie up next week. We got to get back in touch with Bran and see how he's making out with Cold Hands and all that fun shit. Good episode all the way around. Much better than Orange is the New Black, even though Orange is the New Black is a fine show in its own right. Alrighty, let's do some reads. We got, of course, Emily's A to Z Crafts. She can make anything from A to Z, specializing in chocolate and baked goods. But she's also damn good at sewing, desserts, light catering, baking, and everything else in between. Crocheted. She specializes in crocheted and baked goods, but she's also good at chocolate, sewing, desserts, light catering, and everything in between. You can find her at Emily A to Z Crafts on Etsy, or EAZcrafts at yahoo.com, or of course search Emily's A to Z Crafts on Facebook for more information. Like I said, she made some amazing pie cookies. If you're familiar with like the JJ pies or whatever, like them little Hostess confections you get in the stores for like 50 cents a buck, they were like that, only better because they were homemade and amazing. So if you need anything done, I know she's got a job repairing a quilt right now, but anything at all in that realm, hit her up and she can get you a price and a timeline, and you guys can go from there. So please make sure to hit up Emily's A to Z Crafts and let her know I sent you. Next up, I want to give a shout out to Happy Guru Tattoo Butter, which is, of course, vegan and tattoo piercing care. Find out more at www.happygurutattoo.com. Or, of course, learn about all their fabulous skincare products at happygurulovesme.com. And, of course, I'm talking Happy Guru. I also got to give a shout out to their sponsored artists, Rob Holland and O.V. Wolf of Stainless Custom Tattoos in Dallas. 2 very fucking awesome dudes, and now at least one of them is in one of my fantasy leagues. So, kick ass. Cool guys. I'm sorry I got to beat the shit out of them in fantasy this year, but they're good dudes. So look for Bad Stainless on the social medias to check out his work. And speaking of tattoo work, we got to talk about Dennis at the Tattoo Den. Tattoos by Dennis at the Tattoo Den, 2111 Transit Road in Elma, New York. We will be there tomorrow as he continues some work on Emily's epic stained glass owl piece, so that'll be fun. And, of course, you can go on his Facebook page, check out his portfolio, and if you decide to get a little ink therapy done by Dennis, be sure to tell him I sent you. What else we got going on? I think we still got a GoFundMe page up there. Look for Big Ass Digital. Sling me some money so I can make the show more gooder. All right? Let's do that. Of course, we're talking about the Big Ass Digital Network. Robbie is back with Sports Untamed. The new episode will be up soon. So, perfect time for a fucking lawnmower to drive by. So, Sports Untamed is coming back. Couples Love Fantasy with me and Emily is coming soon. I'm telling you, we're going to do that show. More than the Fantasy Corner. Do a whole fucking half hour, 45 minutes on just fantasy football. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. I'm going to make fantasy football great again. I'm going to build a wall of can't-miss prospects. And I'm going to tell you how to draft them. So, that's right. What else we got here? Of course, you can find me on social media, on Facebook at Big Ass Digital. Just search that up. You'll find my page. Twitter at Big Pauly Z. Instagram, Pauly_Z. Both those Paulies, spelled with an I-E. Get that right. No Y's in here, faggots. Snapchat me, PEZ981. Or, of course, you can always drop me an email at bigassdigital@yahoo.com. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, which can also be found if you search out my name, Paul ZIka, ZIKA, or Big Ass Digital. And, yeah, man, any feedback will be greatly appreciated. As a matter of fact, I did get some feedback today. I have a Big Ass question of the week. And that comes from my buddy Dave, and he wants to know, what is my summer beer of choice? Now that summer is officially here, what is the go-to brew? And it didn't take me long. It's probably changed over the years. Like last year, it was a Oculto. I drank a lot of Oculto. It was fantastic. This year has been Leinenkugel's Summer Shandies. But my all-time favorite it's simple. It's a Silver Bullet, man. Coors Light is the way to go when it's hot. A cold Coors Light, nothing beats it. So that will be my big-ass summer beer of the summer, I suppose. And let's give one more shout-out to Henry's Hard Soda and the hard orange soda that I am sipping on throughout this podcast. They are the big-ass beer of the week. With that said, thanks for listening. We will return next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. So be sure to tune in. Follow me on social media. Check out all the sponsors. Follow the YouTube page. And all that happy horse shit. Until then, of course, be well. Do what makes you happy. And above all else, stay alive. Peace.
I guess you should have called.
I did call earlier when using the phone.
Earlier, when was that?
Or later when then I left a message.
A message? What number did you call?
249-5-6-7-8.
I can't hear you. You're trailing off. And did I catch a niner in there? Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
No, it was cordless.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Don't. Not here. Not now.
This has been a production of Big Ass Digital Podcast Networks.
Eat a dick, gravity.
Outlaw country! Woo!
Hey, country roads getting blow. I don't know which way to go. I ain't got nowhere to be. I'm following my radio. I'm still living on the edge. Get my money out of bounds. Swerving in and out of town. I'm still bumping down me now. Back to the simple man life. I'm in the basics. The weed that we've been blowing was grown in my cousin's basement. If money to be made, then I'm speeding to get it. Everybody that I know is selling weed for a living. On that Tennessee shit. So I'm doing this for y'all. I speak with a southern drawl. Say no ma'am and now I'm traveling the country. Sometimes feel like I ain't wanted. Never thought that I was country till I went to California.
We don't believe you, then we ain't seen you. Do it around these old back streets. Never had a mason jar or mama's sweet tea. Let me make this clear. If you ain't rolled down a go back road with a rope and beer and an eighth of dro, then you don't know a fucking thing about sipping on some hash wax. You ain't ever met anybody quite like Lil Wine. Quite like Lil Wine. I spend my winters on the road and my summers in the country. Only hang around with good people that love me, and that's the only thing that keeps my brain alright. My brain alright. About to pop another pill, bumping Dilla, no deal. Me and Jelly roll drunk on a grassy hill, and everything that we want we gonna do tonight. Do tonight. Tell them Jesse Whitley,
if we don't believe you, then we ain't seen you. We're here around these old back streets. Never had a mason jar or mama's sweet tea. Let me make this clear. If you ain't rolled down no back road with a broken beer and an eighth of Joe, then you don't know a fucking thing about this down here.
I'ma step up in the state spitting hot shit, that cock Glock shit, make a big boy drop shit, that please don't pop shit, damn code 4 won't stop shit, y'all gonna have to call the cops shit, y'all gonna have to get a mop shit, cause I'm gonna tear this thing out the frame, y'all don't let a country boy in the game, see I'm a southern gent, hellbound in whiskey bend, told a shotgun and a Bible, that's country boy survival, Jelly Roll said Coke just spit it, said him and Little White's gon' get it, had room so they let me jump in, hot damn this beat is bumping, it's kinda like the Three Amigos, no attitude, ain't no ego. Just came here to get it crunk up. Raw shyness gon' get drunk up. That's just the way I does it. It's all I've ever known. Jelly Roll in a white coat forward. Good Lord, we get blown.
We don't believe you, then we ain't seen you. We're here around these old back streets. Never had a mason jar